Okay, this is the usual BS beginning where I have to skip over it briefly to YouTube to make sure this process is actually working. So I'm not just going blah 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 with nothing actually going to YouTube. So let's see here. Oh, what the fucking error occurred? Please try later. Let's refresh this and see if we actually get this working. Okay, yes it is. I don't know what that error bullshit was. Who the fuck knows? Streaming is always a fucking headache when it comes to tech. So anyway, this is my GRAFF TOONZ office parody comic. And I basically same thing as the last stream if you watched it, which you probably haven't. It's about things that actually happened to me in the office with some exaggerations. The company name has been changed to protect the guilty so that I don't get sued. Because corporations with millions and millions of dollars can sue you to make you shut the fuck up, even if you are 100% correct in everything you say. That doesn't matter. The justice system in America is all about who has the most money. That's it. So if you can't afford, hundreds and hundreds and thousands, or maybe in tens of thousands of dollars for lawyers, and you get in a beef with a corporation, you're probably going to lose unless you can get a lawyer to defend you for free. And those are a very rare breed. And even then, the corporation could just hound you and hound you and hound you and hound you. I mean, they suck. So anyway, the last video, I'm testing out new inking tools because usually I use a marker. And like I said, it's all got to be tools you could get. It's all got to be things you could get out of an office supply cabinet. That's part of the concept of this comic. Hence, the graph paper, the name, Graph TOONZ. And so, usually I use a Sharpie Ultra Fine. That seems to work the best, but I'm just experimenting a little. So the last time I used this, of course I'm having the usual brain fart. Oh, Bic Crystal. And this time I'm using a very similar pen called the Bic Round Stic. And as you can see, rather than being octagonal, it's round. There used to be more of a difference, and I'm talking over 20 years ago. So things have definitely changed. These crystals, used to eventually leak out of the tube, which sucked, and sometimes out of the pen. So I switched over to using these round sticks because that never happened with these. But from what I understand, they've made improvements to the crystals when they no longer leak. So now it's just more of a matter of, do you like, a round pen or a hexagonal pen? And I don't think anybody I know is online. Otherwise, I would invite them to come visit me here and make comments. I mean, if I wanted to use StreamYard, I could actually invite them as guests, and they have a little picture which I could magnify or not. Just using OBS, like everything on OBS is harder than doing the same thing on StreamYard. But on the other hand, it's just way, way more flexible. You can really get almost no camera controls off StreamYard. It's meant to be very, very basic. So even when I use StreamYard, I still have to funnel it through OBS if I want to get some fine camera controls. But like StreamYard's designed from the get-go so you can bring guests on. All you have to do is give them a URL and they pop right on. This, you have to use some kind of plug-in or online web program, like I think it's Video Ninja. you can configure that so you'll get guests. You can get guests on OBS. Everything on OBS is more of a pain in the ass, though. There was some douche who made a comment on a forum, and he was like, "Oh, OBS isn't that hard." Well, I guess if you're a super heavy nerd, maybe it's not that bad. I have enough nerd to make it work, but not enough to make it work without a fucking headache. You know, you will be going online and looking up videos and posts on how to work this fucking program. Oh, it has another big advantage, is it's free. Now, StreamYard's free, but it's limited, so they limit how many hours you can be on before that's it, you cut off. This is running from your computer, OBS, so there's no limitation on how many streams you can do or how long the streams are or anything else. So let's see here. Oops, I may have to do, speaking of configurations, I forgot to turn on my light. Now that doesn't matter for OBS because that will see, so let's see here, properties, configure video, move that over. Yeah, because it's way too bright now. Brightness, auto, oh, I can't do this. Exposure, low light compensation, definitely no. Okay, so this is still too bright. And I should have had this on right from the get-go and everything would have worked, but I fucked up. I always fuck up something. It never fails. See here, let's kick this. Okay, nope. Why can't you turn down the brightness? So let's see here. Properties. Blah, blah. Configure video. Okay, give me this. Brightness. Oh, this looks like shit. Of course, there's no auto for this. Really is fucking annoying. Oh, is there a reset for this? Why? How do I get this working again? Maybe get this a little further away from the camera. Exposure. Oh, this sucks. I don't know how to fix this. And I had this working with this light too. But you always get fucking issues when it comes to streaming. It just never fails. It's always fucking something. Oh, you forgot to do this, punishment. You forget to do that, the punishment. Always the punishment. Really fucking annoying. Okay. process amp. This is set to 100. Oh, now it's low again. Let's see. Okay. Let's try shutting it off, see what it looks like here. I really wish they had a fucking reset on this. Okay, fuck it. Kick it back to default. See if we don't get any better here. Oh, wait a minute. Let's make sure that compensation is off, so let's kick this back to default again and see what we get. Okay, that's weird how that kicks it back to normal. Focus 0. Exposure. Doesn't seem to do anything. So let's see what we're looking at on screw tube. Okay, the sliding kind of sucks. Really wish we could do this on auto as far as, so let's see, let's do a 38. Okay, so this isn't working at all. Because right now, with those cranked, this should be like unwatchable. Oh, wait a minute. I'm staring at this. OBS, and this is unwatchable. So let's kick it back down to 29, 49. Okay. This is a lot. Like I said, this program is a real pain in the ass. I mean, there's just a lot of fucking around and fiddling you have to do to get everything right. is really annoying. Let's see my hair. My hand looks awful. My hand actually doesn't look that bad. I don't have like this pattern on it that you can see. But fuck it, we're not looking at my hand. Well, we are actually going to be looking at my hand because I'm using the pen, but fuck it. Like I said, it doesn't actually look like that in real life, but sometimes you just gotta suffer a little bit. Apply. Okay, now back to bright again. Let's see how we look on YouTube. Do 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 da 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 do 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 do. Let's see. Okay. OBS is nothing else. Okay, configure video. So let's drop this down 10. I may have to reset the light balance at some time. I clicked auto and it fucked it up, so I definitely don't want to do that. Okay. Let's see, give me this. Okay. And another shitty lesson learned the hard way, which is don't start setting anything up unless you have the fucking light turned on first, the ring light. Okay, blabbity blah. Blabbity blah. Like I said, I have perfect visibility for the show on YouTube, but I didn't have great visibility for me in real life looking down on this fucking thing. Okay, so let's go. And when you're using these pens, you gotta kind of have to go it back and forth a little, or you can wind up with nothing. I've had that happen to me a few times where you think you did the line and there's literally nothing. It's so fucking annoying. I swear to God, annoying is my favorite word for streaming. Like, you get some people, especially women, I noticed, they're like really cheerful, happy streamers. And me, that's no. I'm usually pissed off because shit's just not fucking working. Oh, I fucked up again. I put this line here. Well, that can be fixed in GIMP, but I just hate fucking up, and I always do. I always make some stupid fucking mistake every time, and it never fails. Let's see here. Alright. Well, that was annoying. So you go all the way down for the outside border here of the panels, but not to the inside. So you'll see where I fucked up when I do the inside on this one correctly. No, wait a minute, I did do that correctly. Never mind. Because there's only 2 panels. Okay, well, it's nice to find out when you thought you fucked up, you actually didn't. That's not horrible. Yeah, this is where the divide is, and this is where you don't want a straight line over this. You want to stop here. Okay. Oh, this pen is so damn faint. Which is kind of what you want, because when you're doing inking, you want to be able to erase the pencil. Sometimes it does make it harder. See, like this? Fucking cunt. God damn it. Ink. Ink, you fucking cunt. I usually don't have this issue with markers, but fucking ballpoint pens are a ball buster. Just fucking let it flow. Yeah, there's a reason no artist ever uses, except doodlers, use fucking ballpoint pens, especially cheap ones like these, because you just got shitty, annoying problems like that. Jesus, that's fucking irritating. Okay, looks like I didn't do the top. So I'll push this whole thing down so I can lean over a little better. Maybe just flip this upside down. It's hard because my vision's kind of shitty, even with my glasses on. And I guess I could try new glasses, but fuck it. Okay, so I was chatting with somebody on Facebook, which is why there's a long delay with me doing nothing. Let's see, so we get that done, so I might as well do the top panels while I have this upside down. These rulers do kind of suck. I really like my metal rulers better because they're much more durable. These get dinged, and so you'll get little lumps when you're drawing a line with them, which really does suck, but it is what it is. Okay. Binka. That's done. So now we're just going to do the bottoms, and I'll be ready to ink in the actual picture. Two. I forgot to sketch the frame line here, but it doesn't really matter because this is graph paper. So I'll just use the line already provided me for this. There we go. So let's go. Okay, so frame it done, and I hate these fucking lighter spots. There we go, fixed. I mean, there's been times when it's been so irritating, I just fix it in fucking GIMP. Here's just a nice digital overlay. Snap, snap, and it's perfectly dark, perfectly even. Dump that dump, and this stupid thing is making a ring noise, so every fucking time. No, you don't have to phone for, shithead? Turn that off so we'll get no more ringing constantly coming in during my stream. Okay, this is done. So I'm not done with rulers yet because I use those for all the things that are straight, like cubicle walls and computer monitors. Overall, it's supposedly they're pretty much the same, but I like the way the crystal wrote a little better. This seems to have a lot of more. It seems to have more dead spots. Oh, here we go. I think well, it's kind of being Captain Obvious here, but you've been you're successful as a streamer when you get like a ton of people showing up. Okay. I love when my shadow gets in the fucking way when I'm trying to draw shit too. That's just wonderful. Let's see if deals on me and my shadow. Okay. Yeah, standard ballpoint pens kind of suck. I mean, they're okay for taking notes, but rollerball and just gel pens, well, gel pens 1.0 millimeters and above work better. And for art, markers and fountain and dip pens work way better. at least for me. Stupid shadow, my enemy. Two, three. You definitely have to give this a couple of strokes back and forth with this kind of pen, which you generally don't need to do with markers. I mean, if anything, you don't want to lay down too heavy on a marker because it'll soak through. You know, it might blot too. There's no real advantage to that with a marker generally. Okay. So we've got his desk done, his keyboard. Let's do the bottom of the cubicle wall. This shit is kind of tedious. Which is why it would be better to have a guest to alleviate the boredom, but it is what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. Okay. Time to do his hair. I want to go to sleep. I'm so bored. I think I see if the glare is still talking. He shouldn't come out on this. I have desktop audio shut off and I have my headphones on, so external noises should not come on from the computer anyway, should not go through. So let's see here. Is he still rapping? Yes, he is. Okay, blank. Looks like he... Oh, looks like he's done. Okay, let's see who's going on here now. Trashcast. Isn't Turtle Boy coming on? Yeah, he's coming on at 9. So I guess I'll just kick him on and then 9 check again. Top chat, live chat. Yeah, if I ever got a bunch of people, I'd tell them all the same thing. Go to the top of the chat box, and where it says top chat, go down to the drop, hit the drop down, hit the drop down and switch that to live chat, because top chat is like an unwanted, at least in my opinion, editorial algorithm by Google that like filters out people. Why the fuck do I want that? I mean, I'm watching a chat. I want to see everybody in order. I don't want YouTube telling me what I can and can't fucking see. And that's always on. Top chat is YouTube's shitty algorithm is always on by default. I can't fucking switch to default, which Google just sucks in so many ways. So most people don't bother to do that, but if you're on watching a live stream and want to hear everything, all again, verbal diarrhea. So again, if you're ever on a live stream and you want to see all of the chats in the chat box, click the drop down and go to live chat. And give YouTube and Google a finger while you're doing it. It's like, fuck you. So it looks like the chat, I'm going to be watching this guy named Turtle Boy. I'd almost be tempted to EFAP his show, because he's a hell of a lot more interesting than me. But I don't know if I get caught up in copyright bullshit. Like, I don't think Turtle Boy would really care. He seems like a pretty nice guy. Well, unless you're a corrupt asshole, then you're gonna fucking hate him, because he's gonna be up your ass like a pit bull. But if you're just like a normal person, and you're not a prude, you probably like Turtle Boy, especially if you're from the Northeast area. There's a lot of corruption going on in Massachusetts, and he comes down on some of it. You can tell I'm bored because I'm sitting here. I'm not doing the inking right now. I'm waiting for Turtle Boy's show to start. Dump da dump dump dump. Waiting for you. Dump da dump dump dump. An error occurred. Okay, that means the stream is starting, because it's the same fucking thing with me, and you just gotta refresh and kick go. Oh my god. Oh my god, it was that loud through my headphones. Okay, switch it back to live chat. Yeah, Turtle Boy's been on vacation, so this is his first live stream. Okay, let me... Dump, dump, da dump, dump, dump. Where's my stream? Do I have any fans? Nope. Top chat, live chat. I don't want top chat. So this is my test to see if this works. Well, I know it's working because I have the stream up. Yeah, I used to be able to type comments, and the OBS has like a duplication of the chat box. That's open broadcast, which is what I use for streaming most of the time. Let's see here. Yeah, I used to be able to type comments in this right from OBS, Open Broadcast System, I guess. But they have a real annoying box saying, welcome to the chat, blah, blah, blah. Would you like to do this? And I have to go to fucking YouTube if I want to input my own commentary into this, which is really annoying and distracting. Yeah, there's no chat box in the OBS version. It's just no chat box to type. You can see what everybody else is type, but you can't, like I said, you have to go to fucking YouTube to type. It's just this stupid welcome to live chat thing. You see on YouTube, and below that on YouTube's page is the chat box you type into. And they used to be one in OBS. But, you know, the update seems to have fucking killed that. That's one thing about updates. I mean, they might fix some things, but it's like out with the old bugs, in with the new bugs. So let's...
Tick, tick, boom.
Boom.
Okay,
What's
so
up,
let's...
people? How's everyone out there doing tonight? Welcome back. Welcome back to everyone. Happy Saturday night. I haven't seen you guys in a while. It's been almost a fortnight. I think it's been since last two.
Okay, so that's not coming through. Let's go back to OBS. Okay, so it only works if you have it enabled. So let's see here. Bring this back.
The daddy thing is kind of a joke, but it's kind of not a joke. And I hate to say it, but like, you know, for Christ's sake, children, like I leave for 5 minutes and the whole house burns down and people are out of control. I go on the Twitch watch and it's just out of control. I mean, you guys can't play nice and daddy's got to come. This is why they call me daddy. Cause I come back and I come here and the whole thing's in disarray. And all anyone's talking about is John Barron.
Yeah, Turtle's more interesting than me. So we'll put him on while I finish my inking.
You can call me a variety of nicknames if you like. You can call me Turtle Boy. You know, that's a lot of people call me Turtle Boy, Uncle Turtle Boy. I prefer Dr. Turtle Boy because those are my pronouns. And if Judd Welcher gets to be a doctor, then I definitely get to be a doctor as well. You can call me, you know, Daddy, Crowd Daddy. You can call me Journalism Jesus, A. Timothy Carney. That's my true crime name and my Facebook name. Follow me on there. I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night and make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. All right. Because the trial's over, but I need more subs. Right. We're growing like 1,000 people a day. And now it just stopped. We're going to stuck at, what are we stuck at right now? 100. I need another trial. What are we at? We are at 162,765. So, I mean, but luckily the content around here never dies. So there will always be something. So we're going to get into all that. But what else do we got?
Yeah, Turtle Boy's channel is Turtle Boy Space Live on YouTube. So just search that on YouTube and you can watch his channel instead of this if you want to see him.
Class, and I will, you know, read the message, whatever you say. But you got to keep it brief. You know, you can't have one of these centigraphs, long, drawn out thing about 7 years ago. And here's my thoughts about who killed John O'Keefe. Nope. I'm going to keep your money. There will be no refunds. I will keep your money. I will dunk on you. I will shit on you. And then I will read part of your message, but only part of it, not the whole thing. All right. So you can also cash at me, guys, at $ Uncle Turtle Boy. All right. And do it that way. Give me 1 second. I just got to log into this account. So make sure I can read the turtle chats. Yeah. So my cash app is $ Uncle Turtle Boy. And let's see what this says here. Okay. All right, cool. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, you guys might have noticed I was on vacation for a bit there. I was in Jill Daniels' least favorite place. What did she call it there? Where'd it go, Jill? Where is it?
Okay, no, you don't, because you're a fucking loser. Oh, I went to Truro because somebody gave me a thing.
Yeah, so somebody gave me a thing in Truro, North Truro, actually, and right near Provincetown line. And they gave me a thing. It's really dope. The thing is awesome. It's like a house on the beach on the Bayside. Obviously, there's like no houses on the other side. And it was awesome. Like my 4th year being there. I love it. It's like the greatest place on earth. It's far, it's wicked far, but it was awesome. So it was like my first vacation where it was just me and the kids. I've never done that before. Usually, divorce life, I guess you call this, right? And it was fulfilling, right? Being the only parent there, and enjoying some time with the kids without mom around, and because you're kind of the go-to provider at that point, but also you're like the go-to provider at that point, so you have to do like everything, and like you're limited about, and it's just we couldn't do anything fun. I mean, we did some fun stuff, but it's just like, bro, kids, they argue over everything, and it's like, okay, so where are we going to go eat tonight? Well, this one only will eat pasta tonight for some reason, only wants pasta. The other one's like, no, I don't want pasta. Okay, so what do you want? Grilled cheese. Okay. So we have to limit ourselves to whatever has grilled cheese. All right. And it's just like picking a restaurant took forever every time. It's just everything took forever. Everything took forever. But we made it happen. We made it happen. And we had a good time. And then you guys might have seen on Tuesday, I met with Ben Affleck. You guys might have heard of him before. He was in a couple movies. He was Batman, one of many Batmen. And my kids took a picture with him, but they didn't even know who he was. I'm like, oh, that's Batman. And I won't get into the details of what was discussed too much, or how the encounter came to be, because I am contractually bound, right, with my movie deal with Compelling Pictures, not to discuss such things. So I'm not going to. But yeah, it was. He looked different in person. He definitely looked different in person. I'll tell you that much. I mean, you look more blended in. I mean, you just look regular. Regular. It's not what I was expecting, to be perfectly honest with you. But, that's what my kids didn't know who he was. And so I said, oh, that he was with J-Lo. And, oh, she knew that one. No, okay. Oh, it was with J-Lo. Okay, cool. Yeah. So there we go. So, yes, correct. Misunderstood. Nice to see you. Compelling Pictures. That is the name of the production company who's got the movie, doc, and TV show, short series, whatever, the series TV show. Like if they do one of those, and my book rights, so they own all those rights. And the doc, as I said, should be out in 4 to 6 months, they say. And then we have the movie is the real thing that they're really pushing hard. And they already have apparently a writer for this, screenwriter, and I don't know who the director is going to be, but they have like a short list of directors, a short list of actors, actresses. I saw it made the freaking Boston Globe, right? The Boston Globe wrote a whole story on it. Apparently, I go on vacation, I post one picture with Ben Affleck, and that happens. So, but yeah, I was in the Globe, so I'm not going to get into it. But it was cool. It's cool to meet my homie Ben Affleck, but and maybe I'll get to see more of him. We'll see. Anyway, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so other shit that happened up there. So guess who lived like half a mile from me? All right, so I go out for a jog, right? And it's okay. I bring my daughter with me for the first. She wants to come with me. She's 10 now. She can go for like a mile or so. So I would just run. I do this thing where I just run like a mile down the street and then back, and then check in on them, and then run another mile and back and whatever. So that's how I got my exercise. But anyway, I'm running down the street, right? And there's only like one road in North Truro. There's like 2 streets in all of the Outer Cape. There's 6 and 6A. That's it. So obviously I'm not living on 6. Nobody lives on that. It's the highway. So I'm 6A, and every house in North Truro is on 6A. And I running down the street, and then I go by a house, and who comes out of the house? Jackie Dougal does. It's fucking Jackie Dougal. And I'm like, oh, I just kept running because I'm running. I could have stopped. I could have said some shit. First of all, I don't need another witness intimidation charge. I feel like I've said, even though they're not witnesses, they can just make shit up. She said some shit to me. Jackie Dougal did. Remember, Jackie Dougal is the most cringe person. Let me see if Jackie Dougal, TV Daily News. If you guys don't know who she is, we need a quick refresher on who Jackie Dougal is. She's a real peach. I want to see the you got to see the George Floyd video she did. That was the funniest one she ever did. I'll pull this up here. Oh yeah, so like first time I ever met Jackie and Carl was on the May 24th hearing in 2023, in which I confronted Jen McCabe outside of court, and they canceled the evidentiary hearing, which was supposed to be the next day. Look how empty the courts used to be. Just me and Joe Warren. And then at the end, let's see. So there's me confronting Jen. Did I see when Carl says some shit? Okay. Are we live? Are we live right now?
No. He didn't.
We know.
So this is the whatchamacallit. This was the first time Karen spoke on the courthouse steps, right? Impromptu, or at least, well, according to Alan Jackson, this is all scripted. I don't believe him. I think this was impromptu. But this is when they ask, like, Karen, you said you know who killed John. Who did it?
Resource to get to the truth. Just feels like no one else wants it.
Karen, just to be clear, you didn't do it.
We know who did it, Steve. We know. And we know who spearheaded this cover-up. You all know.
Yes, we do. Yeah, so we know who did it. The trolls always bring that up. Yes, we do know who did it. The McAlberts. They're like, well, who did it? Why can't you say who did it? The McAlberts did it. That's it. I don't give a fuck who did what in there. I don't care if it was Professor Plum or Mr. Green or whoever, right? They're all guilty as far as I'm concerned. All of them. They all did it. And so this whole thing, like, we all know who did it. Yeah, they did it. Okay, it wasn't me. It was them. That's it. So she says that. And then Carl Dougal and his stupid wife are going to yell out here. So Carl Dougal, if you're unfamiliar, Carl Dougal is was John's pal, a former Boston or a current Boston police detective who was banned. I used to escort him and his wife to their car every hearing. And you know, he's real mad. His thing with Karen is he thinks Karen's guilty because Karen didn't text him back. Karen never texted him back. So this is because he texted her that day, like, hey, what's going on? You okay? Just making sure it was okay. And she never got back to him. And so he's like, well, then obviously the laws of physics cease to exist in Brian Albert's front yard, clearly. So she must have done it. She must have done it. I here's my theory on Carl, though. The more this goes on, I'm not convinced Carl thinks Karen did it. I think Carl's just pussy whipped by his wife. I think his wife is the problem. I think she's evil, that one. We're going to talk about Jackie Dougal. But I think Carl just does what his wife tells him to because he's scared of her. All right, so watch this. Watch what he yells.
And no, she didn't do it. No, she didn't do it. This is an innocent woman. She didn't do it.
I tried to save his life. I tried to save his life at 6 in the morning. I was covered in his blood. I was the only one trying to save his life.
Why'd you admit to it?
She didn't admit to it.
That's like Carl. So there's Carl and his stupid wife. And he goes, why'd you admit to it?
She didn't admit to anything close to that. Nothing close to that. And you should know that.
That was like 3 or 4 times.
No, she didn't.
That's not true.
She asked a question. She asked a question, which is very different. She didn't admit to anything.
That's what it's like.
Was it a surprise with the motions to quash? How are you a Boston cop? You're from Boston.
Go get him, Turtle. Thanks.
Excuse me, sir.
I didn't know who he was.
Just a
at the
moment.
time.
Aiden Carney, Turtle Boy Daily News. Just have a couple questions for you. What's your name, sir? What's your name, sir? Are you a friend of John O'Keefe? Were you friends with John O'Keefe? Are you one of these people who's involved in the cover-up? Which nothing to say. You had a lot to say back there. Hi, miss. What's your name, miss? Are you here to support justice for John O'Keefe or are you here to cover it up? Just out of curiosity, just wondering.
Get him.
Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
So I noticed you guys back there said that you believe, why did Karen admit to it? You realize she asked a question, correct? According to their own testimony, that she asked a question, could I have done it? Do you think it's possible that Jen McCabe put that in her head? Are you guys friends with Jen McCabe? Who are you guys? Who are you guys? Why are you guys participating in the cover-up of the murder of a Boston police officer?
I had
Are you a
no
cop
idea
killer?
who this
Are
was.
you involved? Are you involved? Are you a police officer yourself, sir?
He was. I had no idea who he was. I had
We'll
no
find out.
idea.
Pulse Media? No, that's not it.
The old man
Oh,
car.
you better. Okay, so were you guys involved in covering up for John O'Keefe? Are you a Boston police officer? Who are you, sir? Who are you, miss? You had a lot to say back there. You had a lot to say back there. They got nothing to say now. You got very little to say now, folks. Very little to say now. All of a sudden, they got shy. They had a lot to say back there, but somebody actually, a real reporter, an award-winning journalist starts asking them questions. What do? They run away. They all run away. That's what they all do. Don't let that guy right there. That guy is helping to cover up a murder. He's a piece of shit.
Yep, he was.
Do not let that guy walk around a polite society
He's
like
right.
he's some law-abiding citizen.
Ooh.
He's not.
Oh, he's not.
He's a scumbag.
Ooh.
He looked like a cop. Didn't he look like a cop?
He was. That was good
He wouldn't.
instincts.
He had a lot to say back there, but he can't even say his goddamn name.
Carl
What
Dougal.
a joke.
Carl Dougal.
What an absolute joke.
I know.
Miscarriage of justice. But karma's coming for you, baby.
Well,
Karma's coming for you.
I don't know about that. Maybe. Oh,
So
that,
believe
and that's Jen McCabe's car. I
That's the
think.
defense.
Or no.
Tough day for them, but justice will come. Justice will come.
Oh,
Literally the entirety of their whole.
I find Jen later on. I think. Oh no, I don't. Is this not the one I find Jen? Oh, I found her a couple minutes earlier. I think before Karen came out. I found Jen. Anyway, so that was them on the steps, and we'll come right back to that. But so then after that, I found out that was Carl Dougal, right? So Carl Dougal had been messaging me before, and he had sent. Let me see here. There they are. So they're pals there. Okay. Who are these? That guy looks familiar. Where have I seen that guy before? I don't know who that is. That's Anthony Bianco. Is that guy's name? The little fella. And there's Jackie, Fit Mom Boston. All right. And so this is Carl. So Carl messaged me after I first wrote the stories and said, "Hi, Mr. Woods. I've been following along the last few days and wanted to talk if possible. Appreciate it." So he's all polite. I would like to know the truth about what happened. Whomever left him to die on the front lawn in a snowstorm. Interesting. John deserved a lot better than that. I suppose you would not consider taking down the photos of his dead body. So that to me knows that Carl is not completely convinced Karen did this. I'm telling you. I think Jackie's just making him do this. I really think he just doesn't he's like whatever. Like he's just happy wife, happy life kind of thing. Because he's like, I would like to know the truth about what happened, but you already know the truth, don't you? I mean, Jackie seems to be pretty convinced Karen Reed did this. Those are not the words of somebody that is completely convinced. If you say, I would like to know the truth about what happened, whomever left him to die in the sun. I thought you were convinced it was Karen. I thought you were convinced it was her. He did deserve a lot better than that. So he asked me to take the pictures down. Okay. And I said, then he quotes me, I think, where I said, if his family does the right thing, I'll consider taking them down. Are you blackmailing the O'Keefe family? No, dipshit. That's not what blackmail is, Carl. Incredibly poor taste on your part. Do you care about the case and justice? Or is there another agenda here? So he's already gone down this conspiracy route. Oh, yeah, you're in on it with her. I want the truth. John's family wants the truth. I don't think John's family wants the truth. I know you won't reveal sources, but it feels more like your sources are Alan Jackson and Yannetti on Reed's behalf, who would wait 13 months with this info and then decide, you know what? I'm going to tell the truth now. And Turtle Boy is just the guy I'll tell it to. So that is his whole line of thinking. Is Karen Reed did this because she took 13 months to come up with the conspiracy theory. Wrong. Actually, Carl, let's check this headline out. Here's a headline from September of 2022. Mansfield woman appears in court. A woman appeared in court Thursday to present a new theory to clear her name. They argue there was a large-scale cover-up between local and state police. Okay. The defense presented new evidence Thursday saying that O'Keefe's injuries indicate he was severely beaten. The paperwork says the homeowner had ties with Canton and state police. The agencies, they don't even list Brian Albert's name. The agencies that conducted the death investigation and alleged collusion between them. They previously stated the state police officer who took over the case, Michael Proctor, is close to the homeowners of the property, and that the investigators doctored her black Lexus XUV. Yeah. There you go. So it's actually a long time before that, Carl. This isn't some new theory. I hate when they say that. Oh, there's a new theory. No, it's not. She's been saying this since day one. What you talk about? So anyway, back to this. Yeah, so he's mad because I showed these. So I said to him, I just go, okay. You might look at this one. You might be right about who is responsible. I don't know. Bro, I'm telling you, Carl thinks something's up. I'm telling you right now. I believe this to this day. Like, the only reason these people think Karen did this is because they think they fell for a conspiracy theory that Karen Reed is like some puppet master who made me say all this shit. Like they're kind of convinced by what I said. Like you saw my messages with Paul O'Keefe early on. Paul O'Keefe was like this close, I feel like, as well. Like Paul O'Keefe knows something's up. I'm telling you. They how can you not feel like there's no fucking way gun to any of their heads? If you put a gun to any of these people's heads and said, look it, did Karen Reed do it? Yes or no? If you get this wrong, boom, you're dead. You got to get your whole life is on the line right now. If you get this right, if you get this right, you live. If you get this wrong, boom, you're dead. Did Karen Reed kill John O'Keefe? You know what they would all say? No. If their life was on the line, if they were gonna die, if they got it wrong and lose everything, if their kids' lives were on the line, some sadistic shit like that, bro, they would all say crusty. They would all fucking say it. They all know. None of them are really that. Only the real retards are think that, some of them believe. But Carl's not that into it. I'm telling you right now. Dude, you don't say something like this about you might be right about who is responsible. Why? Why would I might be right? Why? Why would you ever say that? Because I was saying at the time, Brian Albert, Brian Higgins, Colin Albert, Jennifer McCabe. That's who did it. Boom. Why would you ever say that I might be right? Why? He'd been following this case at this point. This is April of 2023 for 14 months, right? So Carl knows. He knows the case by then, doesn't he? And then all of a sudden I come along and he's like, you might be right. No. If he actually really believed it, he wouldn't be like, oh, the Turtle Boy said this, so I'm convinced. No. He knows something's up, man. But look what he said. I'm telling you, his comments about, I think that your sources are Alan Jackson and David Yannetti. as if what I was saying would be any less true if they were my sources. No, my sources are his autopsy photos, Carl. Like, this is my source right here. This is my source. That cut in the back of the head didn't come from grass. Okay. I don't care how hard the ground is. I don't care what weatherman you says the ground is hard as a rock. That is a distinct object with a rigid surface that hit him. According to Dr. Laposada, she could actually see the imprints of the patterns on it. Right? See the thing on John's hand? That's from punching someone. He punched someone. That's why it's bruised. Okay? And these are dog bites. Don't take my word for it. Listen to any medical doctor who testified about this. The Commonwealth couldn't produce a single doctor to say otherwise. Not one. Not even their own medical examiner. All right. And as it turns out, Carl was involved in an incident in 2019 when he cost the city of Boston $12,000 because he arrested the wrong black guy because I guess they all look alike. Okay, that was his defense. All black people look alike or something. So I roasted him after that. You know, after he messaged me on April 21st or 20th and 21st. And then on May 24th, he pulls that stunt and I didn't know who he was. And I go home. I'm like, oh, that was the guy. So I messaged him later. I'm like, oh, that was you? Oh, gotcha. No shit. Okay. And yeah, I mean, this is Carl's line of, oh God. Jen McCabe shared this line of thinking from Carl. I go, real talk. Aren't you upset that these people killed him? He didn't respond. And then I said, nice to meet you after court that day. He didn't respond. He blocked me. So Jen McCabe, for the first time, posts something. Hi, everyone. I haven't been able to say much, but wanted to share this post from John's friend. And so he has this whole thing about how he called Karen and Karen didn't call him back, and therefore Karen did it. It's just stupid. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. And then he goes, Karen didn't stick around the morning of. She was dialing lawyers before the kids knew what had happened. Again, that's all these people have. They don't have facts, science, data, anything like that. Right. And then Kerry Roberts posted the same thing. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And these were the Jen McCabe's idiotic friends. Were loving it. Who are these people? Polly Weeks, that's family. Allison Grossman, whoever that is. Sarah Wiley, okay. Kelly Kane. She looks familiar. She looks like a cunt. We are all behind you and won't back down. Okay, cool. Tammy Doyle, Shannon Sullivan, Faulkner. This was back in the day. Guys, if you're new here, you don't understand. There was no Julie Carpenter back then. There wasn't even crusty panties really then. Like there was no Glairer, there was no BLT. There was barely a Plevin back then. And Plevin was still on our side back then. Like when I say in May of 2023, there was no opposition to this. Like there was no other side at all. Like it was no Braden Carney. There was no there was no John Barron, right? Nothing. Like you guys remember old school free Karen Reed people who have been here since day one. Not I hate doing that whole thing about like, so if you've been here from day one. No, we're all equal here. Okay. But I'm saying people who have been here from day one back in the glory days. Exactly. You guys remember there was no pushback at all. Like nothing. They got nothing. There was no online people doing, there's no Hank Brennan. There's nothing. The pushback started in like probably August, maybe September. And I would say the catalyst for that was the Gretchen Voss article. and me shitting on the O'Keefes. I think that was what really started. That's what that for the first time. That's what made me offensive to some people. Is like, oh, bro, don't go after the O'Keefes. You know, leave the O'Keefes out of this. Jen McCabe, fair. Brian Albert, fair. They suck. They killed a person. Whatever. You can't go after the grieving family. I wouldn't call them grieving. Okay. So I thought they were fair game, and that's kind of when. That's when Vinny Politan had me on his show for the first time in August of 2023. And he interviewed me and he's like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you leave the family alone? I'm like, Vinny, what you talking about? I'm not being mean to the family. I'm like, yeah, I don't like them. I don't like Paul. I don't like the messages he sent me. I think he's an asshole. Okay. So there we go. And so it's funny looking back on this now. And like, this was the original kind of like resistance. Michelle Reardon, that's Jen's lesbian sister there. Annie McDonough, Billy Adams, whoever they are, Kathy Galvin or Rook. Oh, why does that name sound familiar? We are all behind you and the entire family who has had to endure senseless pain and suffering. Oh, Galvin. So that would be related to Bob Galvin. Okay. All of you continue to speak the truth. It's too bad she did not choose to do so and instead chose to ruin several people's lives and character because she is a coward. Oh, yeah, sure thing. Sure thing. Jean Higgins. That sounds. Melissa Thompson. Oh, Michelle O'Toole Gallery, the morbidly obese lady there. Okay. TB will pay and so will she. I don't think she will. Don't stop living your life. You have nothing to hide. Anyway, this blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. So anyway, so that's that. And then after that, I'm going on this tangent about Carl here, but it's going to be worth it. If you're new here, this content never gets old. So then Jen McCabe stopped showing up. After I confronted her on May 24th, she stopped showing up. But Carl didn't. Carl was the only person that kept showing up. There was no, like, it was just Carl and the O'Keefes at the July 25th, 2023 hearing and at the September 15th, 2023 hearing. The next hearing, I was in jail, right? But at those two hearings, Carl showed up, and the gentleman that I am, I escorted him to his car. This is the first incident with Carl.
Just gotta get Carl on the way out. Huh? I scanned this car. Yeah, you want to take a picture? We'll go back and look.
Aiden, your phone wants it.
Oh, yes, please.
Grab it.
Thank you.
This is like 100 degrees. There he is.
Appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you. Carl, do you think it's appropriate to harass innocent women while they're on the courthouse steps? How come you have so much to say to Karen Reed, but you don't have anything to say to me?
Get up.
Are you worried that you're disgracing the Boston Police Department? Do you think it's appropriate as a Boston police detective to treat an innocent women like that? Do you think that's appropriate? Do you?
Look at Jackie. Look at Jackie.
How do you feel about disgracing the legacy of John O'Keefe by showing up every day with the people who murdered him?
Did anyone really ever call him Jake?
Are you do you feel bad about that at all? Are you ashamed of that? What do you think of Jen McCabe's 227 Google call? You have a Google search for how long to die in cold. Well, your supposed friend was dying in the cold. She wanted to know how long it would take for him to expire. What do you have to say about that, detective?
Oh, what do you got to say, Carl?
What happens when a situation like that is brought to your desk at the Boston Police Department? Do you just often decide who's innocent or guilty based on a feeling?
Dude, this chick, this chick's name's Kayla.
Feel that Karen Reed?
She's got no shoes on. This is so badass. She's just walking around with no shoes, and it's raining out.
Owed you a phone call that morning? Is that what this is about?
This never gets old.
You got your feelings hurt,
detective,
by a woman? Is that what this is about? That you got your feelings hurt? That Karen woman who was Karen Reed was experiencing trauma. She just watched her boyfriend die in front of her because your thug friends killed her. They killed her. And she didn't call you up to see how you were doing, and that hurt your precious feelings. Are you at all ashamed? No, look at him. Are you? How come you had so much to say to Karen Reed
I mean, times have changed, man. Like Sergeant Hardo would never allow this later on. Like this is the good old days. This is why there's a state police detail out there. Cause like for those, again, new people here, you want to know why there's like so many police there? This is why. Cause this is what I used to do outside of hearings. This is the tradition. Like the hearings where you stay for the Auntie Bev theatrics, you know, come for the Auntie Bev theatrics, stay for the escorting Carl to his car every time. A tradition like none other.
Yeah, you got a real big mouth and you got nothing to say now. What's up with that?
This is the
Do
public.
you have any comment about that?
We
What
pay
do you-
your salary.
One of your own brothers in blue. Disgraceful. How'd you
Disgraceful.
like this happening to your daughter? Your daughter gets wrongly accused of a crime. Murdered.
You are
Do you
allowed
have
to do
any
this.
comment on that? Any comment?
I don't think it does vanish.
Yeah, what evidence do you think there is? How come you got nothing to say? I mean, if there's so much evidence, if she did it, then isn't there mountains of evidence that you could just cite right now? Can you say one thing? One thing. Can you got anything?
Nothing.
You got anything?
No, he had nothing. He couldn't say a single thing that made Karen Reed innocent. You know why? Because they hadn't been force fed the narrative yet. They weren't told. There was no Jessica Hyde at this time. There certainly was no Ian Whiffen. There was nothing. They had nothing. There was nothing for them to work with. They hadn't made the shit up yet. There was no microscopic taillight embedded in the clothing yet. That was new. There's no dog DNA yet. That hadn't happened yet. None of this shit had happened at the time of this. They had nothing. There was literally nothing. They couldn't explain. When I filmed this, they couldn't explain the Google search. They couldn't explain, they certainly couldn't explain the injuries. There was certainly no mention of taillight shattering on his arm and cutting his arm up. Like, until the trial itself, we had no idea what they were going to say caused the scratches on his arm. Like, none. Like, there were, remember that Jill Daniels proposed a theory that they showed the undercarriage of a Lexus LX 570, and it showed showed the muffler or something, like a lot. They said the muffler did it. That was what they were going to go with. Like, dude, give me a break. Give me a break. Watch Carl.
Do you
Fake crime scene.
do you have anything? Is that how the Boston Police Department, if they find a body on a front lawn, is the official?
She wants to say something, bro.
Jackie, do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say? You had a lot to say to Karen Reed. You had a lot to say to John's other ex-girlfriend, who also came to support him. You kind of thought you were a tough girl there, huh? Intimidating her. Really? You got nothing to say now. What is up with that? Why do you have nothing to say? You got nothing to say.
Nothing.
Nothing? Nothing. Disgraceful.
Yeah. So he gets her in the car, gets her in his Lincoln Town car, and then there was one other. Then I escorted him again to his car on September 15th. See if we got that one. Oh, there it is. First I got Bukaki. We've seen this one a million times, and then I got Carl. So as you can see now, there are more and more. There's more police escorts showing up for the September 15th hearing. This is unfortunately, this is also the day that I met the fake victim for the first time. She was across the street at a custody battle with Frankie. Frankie was in jail. She was there to make sure he stayed in jail. And then later on, we went, I did the Star Drive-In Theater, but I had a couple hours to kill. So we know how that goes. But anyway, in the meantime, I escorted Carl to his car once again. And this is what happened.
I see him.
Oh boy.
You're allowed.
It's gonna be good.
And this was when who was on it? We had Joe Warren was on our side of this day. Crazy Julie Ginto was there with a sign this day supporting us. So anyway, I do what I always do. I escort him to his car.
There's Carl Dougal. He's a disgrace. He's a disgrace to the Boston Police Department. He's a disgrace. He needs a personal escort. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that power. He had a lot to say to Karen Reed. He had a lot to say to her on May 24th. Not so much to say now, huh, Carl? Not so much to say now, do you? There's Carl Dougal. He is a disgrace to the Boston Police Department. Carl is well aware that Karen Reed did not kill it, but Carl's feelings got hurt. Carl's feelings got hurt because Karen didn't call him back while he was experiencing trauma. Is that true, Carl? Are your feelings still hurt? Carl, can I ask you something? Why did you keep your car at Karen Reed's house for 6 months after John was
Oh,
killed?
good question.
Why did you do that? So you were using her, right? She was useful to you, wasn't she? She was useful to you. After she was charged with murder that you know she didn't commit, you allowed your car to sit in storage at their house for the next 6 months. Why did you do that, Carl? Why didn't you go and get your car? Carl, is it true that you got John's car painted?
The good old days.
Backed into it? Is that true, Carl? Are you part of the cover-up, Carl?
That is,
guys for this scumbag coming by.
and that is Tara, crazy Tara. There, she's with them as well.
This guy's a horrible person. He's horrible. He's horrible. His wife is just as bad. Her name is Jackie Dougal. She calls herself Hit Mom. She had a lot to say to Karen Reed. She's a mean girl. She's a bully. She's a bully. She's a bad person. She's a disgrace. And Carl is a glutton for punishment. Look at him. Carl, why didn't you wear your assless chaps today?
Oh.
Any comment on those? Carl?
Good
On the assless chaps? No? Look at What a scum. What a loser.
Oh.
Loser. Loser. What a loser. Disgraceful, Carl. You're a goddamn disgrace to the Boston Police Department. You bring shame to John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe is looking down from heaven at you and shaking his head. He is shaking his head. John deserved a better friend than you. Here's his old man car. Here's the old man car. There he goes. Boo, Carl. Disgrace. You're a disgrace.
This is great. Oh, dude, I love it. Listen, you notice the crowd's a little bit bigger? See, the crowds are growing. This is bigger than it was. Like when I first showed up on May 3rd, I was by myself. It was just, and then on the 24th, that's when Carl was there, and I escorted Carl. I met Carl for the first time, and then I met Jen McCabe for the first time on the May 24th, and then on July 25th, the crowd was a little. That was our first protest outside the court, and then people were like, oh, now these court things are like events, and then now it's like a mob. Not a mob, like a fun, not like a dangerous mob, like a fun mob, like a cool mob, like a justice mob. That's what this kind of mob is. Like no one in this mob is dangerous or anything like this, but this was like, this is kind of like, this is the last court date in which we could do shit like this. The next court date I was in jail for, right? It didn't happen till January. And then I get out, I come back, I can't even go to court because the fake victim shows up. And then next thing you know, we're at a trial and there's buffer zones and shit like this. So this was kind of like the last hurrah, right? The last hurrah.
Disgrace. Look at him. He's a disgrace. Bring shame to the Boston Police Department. What a loser. What a loser. Loser. What a loser. A lot to say. Not so much to say now. Why do you do this to yourself, Carl? Why do you do this to yourself? Are you a glutton for punishment, Carl? It's going to be like this. Oh, she's taping us. She's taping us. I love when she does that. Boo! Loser! Loser! What a loser! That's called... John deserves better friends than that. What a... poor John. Poor John. He must be looking down from heaven and just shaking his head. Just shaking his head in embarrassment for Carl, who's...
Yeah, so that's... Carl sucks. So... then there was the only other thing I'm missing. I gotta find this, the Jackie Dougal George Floyd video. If anybody has that, send it to me on video, will you? Send me the video. She did it on Instagram on her Fit Mom account. Let's see. Huh. Yeah, if anybody has the that video, you got to see. It's one of the most cringe videos. I could have sworn we had it. Let me check my messenger. I'm gonna check my messenger on Facebook. Yeah, nothing. And by the way, Morrissey tonight is at the Darius Rucker concert. I got a picture of him there. This is Morrissey in Quincy. This guy goes out like it's like crazy. He just goes out like he's not a goddamn disgrace. There he is right there. There's Morrissey tonight at the Darius Rucker. That's him, right? Or is that him? That might not even be him. We just taking pictures of fat guys with white hair. Is that what we're doing now? I don't know. Is that Morrissey? I don't know. But either way, someone sent that to me. But that's not him? Okay. I don't know. Okay. Kind of looks like Mello. I don't know. People are just sending me shit now. I got to vet this shit better. So anyway, so back to Jackie real quick. Last thing about Jackie. I don't want to spend the whole show on them. But so Jackie got caught. There was this horrible, she's evil. Like she's like a cunt. There she is. Fit mom. What's this?
Okay. So, all right, here's field goal.
Yeah, that was all sweat. I was out there sweating my balls off. Yeah, that was Carl Dewitt. This is back in my organizing days. Is it tell me it's on here? Anyway, so she had this fake account called Lauren JP, all a movie 2490. And oh, Henry Blue. This is the one they say is Karen, right? That's the one they say. Cowards with victim complexes, he called Angela Chan O'Donnell. Whatever happened to her? She was great. Then they making fun of Deanna here, okay, for holding signs. My experience with that phony baloney Facebook page being run by Karen Reed. Oh, and it's Amy D'Angelo she's messaging. Okay. Calling Brian Barrera a strip mall lawyer. Making fun of Karen Reed supporters. Okay, cool. Oh, antiquated rogue. Oh, look at Rogie Rogue's dunking on her. This was back when Rogie Rogue was a Karen Reed supporter. AIDS, where do you go to work? The basement, grifting off people's misery? I would call you a stay-at-home dad, but you're a poor excuse for a father as well. Ooh. Then Rogie Rogue says she's much prettier than you. And she says, yes, hot. I mean, she is better looking. Now, then she posts my nudes. What can I do to be taken seriously by these turtle riders? Okay. When Dr. Turtleboy is arrested, will he call his boss? Oh, see, this is fucked up. Look at I didn't even notice this. Look at this. November on September 29th, when he's arrested, she knew I was going to be, this is interesting. She knew I was going to be arrested I was arrested October 11th. Jackie Dougal somehow knew on September 29th that I was going to be arrested, and she was at my arraignment. She was there. Is Nathaniel okay? Poor little used card salesman. Here's a bad word. I have to poop. Oh, there's me. Yep. Imagine caring what these people think. Okay. Did Karen Reed have an exes who lived? Where are they and what do they have to say? Yeah, how come they can't find any of Karen Reed's ex-boyfriends who were, abused by her, huh? Interesting. She was giving a press conference answering questions. He was friends with her and John O'Keefe. She's a big girl. Why didn't she answer? I want to know. Okay. Now keep in mind, this is all anonymous. This account, nobody knew who this account was. She calls me a grifting fraud. Is he in court or pledging a fraternity? That my stylist picked that outfit out for me. Daddy is not ready for Superior Court. She calls me daddy. She calls Rita a monster, just like Carney. Okay. Calls Karen a cop killing drunk. Yikes. Okay. Oh, she kept calling Olivia Lambo. Oh my God, you are Karen. She's calling Olivia Lambo Karen. I met Olivia Lambo. She's real. How about this? Where have you not? Soccer mom McCabe. They've been calling her a soccer mom since 2023. The Grim Reaper, apparently, because the defense attorney and Karen Reed lied to you. You people are disgusting. See, this is the whole thing. They think Karen Reed just like brainwashed me and then I brainwashed all you people. Like that's their defense for this is they could never explain how John died. And so like their whole thing was Karen's lying and Turtle Boy's lying and she's paying him with Alexis and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Sure thing. Sure thing. I have yet to speak with the cop who thinks she's innocent. Sean, the retired DEA doesn't count. Okay. Did somebody just send it to me? I just got a message. Maybe this is it. Please tell me it's it. Okay. Oh, I think someone just sent it to me. What timestamp? Did Karen tell you about her adventures between 1240 and 508? You mean when she passed out? Okay. Karen Reed can go to hell. She's just mean. See what I mean? Like, this is why I don't think that Carl is that into it. I think it's all Jackie. Karen, did the name Melanie come up in the car? Is that what set you off? Who's Melanie? Who's she taunting her there about? Anybody know who Melanie is? Was there Melanie? Was John shagging a chick named Melanie too? I can't even. All I know is Melanie Little. I don't know. She's so angry though. Or maybe it was Ashley. I heard all three women, Ashley, Melanie, and Amy, were beautiful people inside and out, loving mothers, and knew what sacrifice meant. What? Is it true you... so they kept calling Olivia Karen. Karen, is it true you turned your cell phone GPS off and you hit John with your truck? What? Then she responds to Plevin. Case in point, someone not interested in the truth, this Ben Franklin Karen Reed plant commenter. He and others like Sean in the Gulf revert to they'll never get 12 jurors to agree she did it. That is not justice, unfortunately. Yes, it is. Oh, and then this is she's responding to Amy DeAngelis here. We have seen proof that all of your admins are puppets. Yes, Karen, right away, Karen. Okay. She kept calling Olivia Karen, Karen, oh Karen. Why don't you post the entirety of Hyde's report? Why not post Green's credentials? Okay. Anyway. And here's how she got caught, though. This is the funniest part. So she actually went real world. She sent this chick, Semolina, something in the mail. Okay. And then this is how she got caught. So check this out. Watch this. So she posted Screenshots. See, she posted screenshots here. Watch what happens when you click on them. Watch this. Look on the bottom. Look what comes up. Boom, right there. Boom. It's Jackie's ID. This is the same. Didn't Jill Daniels get busted the same way on a fake account? This is how they always get caught. They always get caught doing it that way. So that's how she got caught behind the account. And then one of the first things she did, she signed back on, and then the next day she goes on a real account and she denies it. This is what she said on a real account. And this is still up. I want to make it known that Twitter account recently circulated is not and never was me. Okay. This case has brought up the very worst people on both sides. The blaming, shaming, and bullying is inappropriate. Oh, sure, thanks. Okay. The Dighton report confirms the light was busted. Not according to how'd that work out for you with Sergeant Barros? Oh, and then Julie Carpenter started appearing around this time. Anyway, who's this? Oh, Braden Carney appeared. See what I'm saying? They all start appearing towards the end. Anyway. All right, cool. So I think I got one more here. Do we actually get it? Okay, I got it. Thank you. So I got the Jackie Dougal thing. Let's watch this. The George Floyd video. You got to watch this. This is what she made during the Black Lives Matter thing. And now keep in mind, her husband's a cop. So this was like let's see. So I found the video. I played it on my YouTube presentation. Choice. It is more. They're holding the John. She basically goes on YouTube, and she probably doesn't make that much money doing this, I'm guessing. And does her thing. Now she is a raging liberal, as it turns out, which is weird because most of the people in this are conservatives. Most of these assholes are conservatives. Because I went on her page, it had like RBG on it, like all this stuff. And which is weird because she's usually the cop wives. They're like, usually they're conservative. And this is on June 1st of 2020, right after George Floyd died. We got to watch this speech, dude. This was too cringe. Just watch this. Let's have a good laugh. Here we go.
Say that I told your mom that.
What the hell?
Hi everyone. I just wanted to say that I have been thinking a lot this week and just didn't really feel like I wanted to do a workout.
She can't work out.
I've actually been on a couple of runs recently, just
good for you.
to kind of clear my mind and to try and think.
Give her a
and
break.
reflect
Give
on
her a break.
things.
Okay. About George
It's been
Floyd.
a tough, obviously, 10 weeks with this whole thing, but then, this
With COVID. Hey.
Unfortunate,
Quiet.
terrible murder took place.
Does murder took place? Like, she's talking about George Floyd. Like, the murders take place all the time. And she's sitting here like, oh my God, I'm so affected by George Floyd. I'm so affected by it. That's a good point, Turtle Boy. Her husband's a Boston cop. Doesn't he see murders like all the time? And she's like on here being like, oh my God, I'm so shook up about the murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis, 1,500 miles from my home. I can't even do my Instagram workout today and grift off of you people. I can't even do that. Right. I mean, guys, if you have to ask questions like this, just watch. We're fucking rewind. We're doing a whole fucking show on Jackie Dougal here. Just fucking rewind it. Ask it. Don't come in the chat and be like, explain everything from the start for me. No, just go back and fucking read it. Right. So anyway, it's so phony. We want justice for George Floyd. I mean, is his name George? Is it George Floyd? Right? I forgot his name. Was it George Floyd? Yeah, it's George. Am I getting his name wrong? Yeah, you got it right. It's been too long. I know
Yeah.
it's the patron saint. I forget.
Yeah, that's
It was George Floyd,
Yes,
right? That was
yes.
his name.
Yeah, not
Someone correct me
no,
if I'm wrong.
no. You're right. You're right. It's George Floyd.
I don't want to fuck this guy up.
No, he's fucked up enough.
Okay, it is George Floyd. Okay, thank you. I thought
that's
I was
right.
thinking of Cliff Floyd.
No,
from
he
Expos.
he was on the Red
Maybe,
Sox
okay.
too.
George Floyd.
No,
So she's really affected by this, guys, and she can't even do her workout
Right.
today because she's thinking about George Floyd. It's really bothering her.
And rightfully,
I forgive you.
people are
I
upset
forgive
and
you.
angry and just fed up. And I feel like I'm not in the mood to work out.
She's not in the
like I
mood
usually do. So
because
just
it's-
going for a
because
run
of
really
George-
helped.
give
Because
her
of
a
George
break.
Floyd.
Doesn't-
Give her a break.
Like what?
Give
She
her-
can't work out.
Hey,
It's your job. Your job is to go on Instagram and work out.
give her
That's
a
it.
break. Give her.
You
a
don't
break.
really have to do anything. It's not like you're making money, but like pretend you are.
She's having a
and,
tough time.
and that's it. And she's like, she can't work out because of George Floyd.
Yeah,
it really
well,
bothers her.
Well,
Oh, this is so cringe. It goes on.
we all grieve differently, Turtle Boy.
So I just wanted to say that I will be back on Saturday. I'm gonna, I do love weighted workouts. Kind of gets my mind off things too, gives me a little energy. So I will be back on Saturday.
Okay,
I
good.
just
Thank
want
God. Thank
everyone
God.
To know that
Thank God.
it's okay to kind of like take a step back and reflect and think and listen and learn about events that have been taking place for a
Oh.
long time in this country and
What? What's
about
that?
the people who are affected.
Like, wait, the people who are affected? Okay.
What?
Stop right there.
What?
Can we just talk about how funny this is?
It's not that
just
funny.
for a moment.
Okay.
If you guys will remember, her husband, Carl Duga, like
Yeah.
this has been happening to people for a while. She talked about black people.
Yep.
And cops are doing it to them. That's what she's saying.
Yeah,
Cops have been
cops.
killing black people
Right.
since the cows come home.
Like
she's saying.
hotcakes. Like hotcakes.
What does her husband do for work again?
He's a cop.
Oh, right, he's a cop.
Well, detective.
Oh, right.
Not a good one.
So
though.
isn't he part of the problem then? And
I-
not just any cop. If you'll recall,
fair?
her husband got the city of Boston sued,
Ooh.
and they had to settle for $12,000
It's not that
because
much.
Dumb Carl
Mm,
was out looking for a black guy one day,
yeah, he was racial
and he
profiling.
arrested the wrong black guy.
Racial profiling. Not good.
Because I guess to Carl, all black people look alike. So he just goes around. He's like, I need a black guy. Anyone will do.
Just pick
I
one.
wrote about it. Go search it.
Pick one.
The city
guy.
had to
I want
settle
that
for
one.
12 grand because they inconvenienced this guy by arresting him.
I mean, it's a bit more than
He just
inconvenience.
picked up the wrong black guy.
Yeah.
So your husband, of all the cops,
Well-
I don't know what percentage of Boston police officers have gotten the city sued for arresting the wrong black guy, but like probably like 1%, if that.
Not Kelly Deaver. She's never done that before, to my knowledge.
And like, so of all, like they say, most of the cops are great cops, but then there's a couple bad apples.
Couple.
Yeah, that's Carl.
Yeah.
That's Carl. The one they're,
Well-
he's the one they're talking. The guys who just go around and picking up black guys.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
problem, cop.
Yeah.
Carl's the problem.
That's a good point.
He's not one of the good ones.
That's a good point. That's fair. That's
Like, it's so fucking ironic.
a little
It's
bit.
so like this is one area you can't go near.
True.
You can't do Black Lives Matter.
No.
You,
no.
That's off limits
Yeah.
because Carl got sued for arresting the wrong black guy.
Yeah. It's like Krusty Panties talking about, good parenting. It's like you just stay away. It's like when she talks about parenting, it's like that's the one area she should stay away from. Parenting.
Like, don't go there. Stop it. It's like R. Kelly doing like PR work for like respecting women or some shit. Like, what? You can't do it. You're gonna look silly. Stop it. Okay, let's listen to this. But look at how she's very upset.
She's,
Look,
well,
look
look
at
at
that
her.
face.
She's sad.
Look at that face.
Give her a break.
Oh,
Give her a
and
break.
yes, it's okay to laugh at her
Well,
because she's a cunt. Sorry, I said it.
she's a little okay.
It's okay to laugh at her.
I like that.
There's nothing wrong with laughing at her. It doesn't
Well,
make you a bad person.
well,
She deserves
okay.
it
Yeah.
because
might.
she is a mean girl.
fair.
She harassed Karen Reed, and
And when I said this, I didn't even know at the time about the fake Twitter account. She hadn't doxed herself yet.
John's other ex, Lindsay, outside of court.
Yeah. And she thought she could do that with it. Like she would do this to you in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
She
she's a-
deserves this. She deserves to be mocked
It's tough.
and ridiculed
Yeah,
because she's a
you know.
bad person. Look at that face.
Okay.
Look at that face. Pretending to be sad about George Floyd.
Yep.
I'm kind of in a
I mean,
another situation too where my husband is a police officer.
Oh,
he's a
yep,
police
let's-
officer, and I
yep.
do know that the majority of police officers in this country, especially here in
Oh,
Boston,
right.
are doing all they can to help us every day in and out. And
What? Not the black guy that he arrested. That guy didn't do too well.
there should be
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Look at her.
a rapport between
Look at her.
the community and the police. And that needs to change.
You know why there's a bad rapport between the community? The community, she means the black community and the police.
Carl.
Because people like
Carl,
your husband
Carl.
go around picking up straight black people and throwing them in paddy wagons without making sure they got the right black guy, without asking for ID. That might help. Oh my God, the face. The face is too good. The face is too good. Look at the face. She's so. Look
All
at her.
right. So anyway, so you guys get the point there. And then one more video. I promise. Last one of Jackie. We can't have a whole show on Jackie Dougal. First show back from vacation. This all came from, I was telling you a quick little story about her. So watch this. Watch this. That's Carl. It's Carl. There he is. Oh boy. Oh. Hold on. I heard there's no audio. Hold on. People are saying there's no audio, no sound. Okay, cool. All right, let me download it real quick, and then I'll pull it up. Let me know if this works. You know what? It's not worth it. This is why we call him Carl the Cuck, because Carl was, where'd it go? Did I lose it? He basically makes Carl dance. It's really embarrassing, but that's why I don't think Carl's that into it. So anyway, as I was saying before, I go for a run. She comes outside and she says some shit to me, and I could have just turned around and like got into her there. But I'll be honest with you, I was running 7-minute mile pace. I was in the groove. I was not going to interrupt that for her. I was getting a good workout in. So it wasn't going to happen. But anyway, because we got to get to Cosgrove. We got a lot to get to tonight. So let's stop there with that. But anyway, let me read you guys some turtle chats here, shall we? Let's see what we got for turtle chats. Okay. First up, we got Melissa sends $5, goes, it's been a long week without your content, Turtle Boy, but I hope you had the best vacation with your kids. Please announce that you're officially going to CrimeCon because you teased it, and I'm dying to see you there. I can't officially announce that. So not officially announcing that.
Okay, I can't do his whole show. Because I'll probably get sued, so back to boring me. Every time I put down the fucking pen, it disappears. There you are. And ballpoint pens really, really suck for fill. So I'll do it for consistency here. Although I could always say fuck it and refill it when I go digital. So I'll do it for consistency here, but the next GRAFF TOONZ comic, at least for fill, it's definitely back to markers. Overcolor the belt loop. Nice move. Oh, fuck it. Let's make another one like this. I should have made this more rounded, but fuck it. Okay. I think I think this is ready for GIMP. You know, fix on. I made his nose too big. It wasn't too big in the initial sketch, but I fucking goofed it on the inking part, so I'll fix that. Maybe fix a few other things. And last but not least, add the lettering. So if anybody watches this, I know you're bored, because I'm fucking bored. So let's see, stop streaming. And one thing that's annoying as fuck is when you stop streaming, it goes back a little bit. So the last you stream always gets cut off. So let's see, we'll give it a little bit of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,